Um, all right. So my first one is all right. Sorry, I'm getting situated. All right. My first one is how long have you been in leadership?
Um, like you mean like as a like being a youth pastor, or how? Like, what do you mean by that? Just like leadership, like not even paid leadership and things like that, or
Um, really just I don't know. I guess like because were you at Hillcrest before or no?
no? I was at. I mean, Michaela worked there, but I guess you could put it like this: I've been a full time youth pastor for 2 years, and I was an assistant youth pastor, but I wasn't paid for that. But I was an assistant youth pastor for 2.5 years. So
Was that at Hot Springs?
yeah, in
That's
Hot
right.
Springs.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
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 All right. How did you get to the position you're currently in? Like,
Um. Well, so I was assistant youth pastor, and my the youth pastor there, John Newman. He basically uh, called a few friends and had them get me to come preach for them, and some of my youth pastor friends also did the same. Like they were just like, man, come preach for me one Wednesday, and I preached for Connor Davis one night, and I just told him, I said, man, if you know any full time positions, like I'm looking for somewhere, you know, and and at the time he was coming to Magnolia on Sunday nights to preach to their youth group or to this youth group, and so um, he said, man, I got he was pretty much tired of coming here on Sunday night, so he was like, man, I got the perfect place, and so I was like, uh, and so anyway, at that time he had told me about it, and so I kind of looked into it, and also Brother Dane had heard that we were looking at a church. We were also looking at another church in Texas, and so Brother Dane heard that we were looking at that church, and I guess he didn't want us to leave Arkansas, so he uh, he called our pastor now and told him that he needed to call me, and so before I even got a chance to call my pastor, he called me before I did, and was just like, hey man, we're looking for a youth pastor, and so we kind of both got like connected without like other people pretty much just like got us connected and stuff. So I hope that answers the question. I know it's like a
yeah.
roundabout answer.
Yeah, that was good. Um, all right. What is the most common challenge you face every day in leadership?
Oh man, the most common challenge or biggest challenge? Let me think. I actually just got done talking to my pastor about this, so I guess just following through. Following through with what you say you're gonna do, and I would say if I could give you two, I'd give you two. So, uh, following through as a leader, and then communicating well. You know, just learning how to communicate well with everybody, and so.
Okay. All right. What's Okay, this is pretty close to the same question, but I said what's been like some of the hardest challenges you face in leadership?
Um, the hardest challenge is for me is decision making. Um, like I hate feeling like I made the wrong decision. But as a leader, you always have to make a decision, because if you don't, then making no decision is the worst decision you can make. And so just making a decision on what you did, and then having to stick with that decision. Like having to stick with even if like you make it, like one thing I've learned is even if I make the wrong decision, and like maybe an hour later I'm like, well, crap, that's the wrong decision. Like you still got to stick with it if you've already communicated it, and you know what I mean, and just own that that's the wrong decision. So does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. All right. What keeps you going in leadership?
Um. Leadership. Uh. I want to give you a pretty concrete answer when I give you this answer, but um, I'd say if I were to put it in one word, I'd probably say conviction. Um, and so like knowing, I guess the thought of knowing that, uh, knowing that there's an eternity out there, like as far as like spiritual leadership, I guess you could say, knowing that there's an eternity, heaven and a hell, and knowing that people need to know about Jesus. So the conviction of like, man, people need to know about him.
All right. All right. What's your favorite thing to see in the people you are leading?
My favorite thing to see is um, I guess ownership, or buy-in, ownership, buy-in, like, not feeling like that's not my job, or like I'm just here to, I guess, like contribution, like, you know what I mean, like feeling like, man, I like this is my thing too, and so I'm gonna take ownership and make it better.
Yeah. All right. What's your favorite part of leadership?
Um. Uh. Casting vision. Uh, you know, put casting vision and I guess goal setting and coaching, probably those things.
Okay. What's the most rewarding part of leadership? This is the last question.
The most rewarding part. That's a good question. I guess like most rewarding part.
Or you can
I
name a
guess
few
see,
if you want. So you can name a few if you want.
yeah, I guess one of them would be like seeing people become leaders. Feeling like you're making a difference. Um, helping other people discover what they're supposed to do with their life. Things like that. So.
All right. Well, I mean, that's about all I got for you. Thank you for doing this.
Cool, man. What is it for?
It's for a class. It's called. I think it's called Church Leadership. I think it's the name of the class. But we have to interview 3 different leaders. So.
Cool, man. Cool. Well, how's everything been going?
It's been going good. Been going good. Just really, it's probably my most busy semester, but things been going good.
Yeah. That's your last one, ain't it?
I got one more semester after this. But
okay.
This is my last year.
Cool, man. So you still thinking about headed back to hometown to youth pastor or what?
Well, I've gotten an offer from West Memphis, and that's where I grew up. So I don't know. Right. Everything, and my girlfriend, she wants to be education. Like early education. So and there's 7 elementary schools in West Memphis, and then Marion's right there, and they have some schools too. So I think it'd be good for both of us.
Well, cool, man.
And so I don't know. That's right now. That's where my mind's at, just because that's been like some other pastors have talked to me, but that one's been the best offer.
Yeah.
But I'm still open. But I felt the most peace about that one.
Yeah. So you thinking about getting married pretty soon, or?
Yeah, I'll be proposing next year, because she still has a year left, and so she doesn't want a long engagement either. So I'll propose probably during around Christmas break of her year. her senior year.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Christmas break, man. That's right around the corner, man.
I know. Well, I mean, for
Dude.
next year. But
Oh, next year.
yeah,
Next year.
next
Okay.
year.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I'll be a year by myself back in Arkansas, and she'll be here, and then we'll probably. She wants to get married in the May of that year after she graduates.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool, man. Good deal. Well, man, I know you're busy, but man, I miss you, bro. I wish we could hang out sometime soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, man. Cool. Good deal. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
All right. Appreciate it. Let me know if you need anything else.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right.